Welcome back to another episode of Bagged Milk. I'm your host, Brian Bridges, and this is your number one rated news show. I can't even say that with a straight face. You imagine this is where you would come to get all your sourced out articles, your little tickles. You want some tickles, you come here. You want number one news? Probably not here. This isn't where you would find it. We're not CBC. We're not the Global, CTV, HuffPost. We're more like Enquirer or National Enquirer, Inquisitor, maybe. Yeah, we're like fluff piece. We're like TMZ, but without facts. Yeah, we're just crushing it out here in the game. This is original. This is not curated. It's not curated to the fancy peoples. No fancy peoples are coming in on this one. I'll tell you that right now. They don't want to hear this nonsense. How's your week? Did you get what you wanted? What were you trying to do? Did you have something you want to do this week? Me, I just want to get through it. Another one fucking done. It's almost time. Oh my God, listen, super important stuff is coming up. Super big banging stuff. We're moving. Studio is moving. Yep. We're getting a new studio. What do you think? That's because we're just fucking blowing up. That's what it's all about. We got to get this game and we got to blow the fuck up. So we're getting a new studio. Things are going to change. All this back there, that's going to change. Is what it is. That's just wallpaper. This is all in the garage. It's smoke and mirrors and mystique and magic. Mostly magic. Oh, it's going to be fun. We're going to set it all up new. We're going to get some new shit. We're always stepping it up. Bag Milk always taking it to the next level. You don't see Global changing their studios. No, bunch of pansies. Bag Milk, studio change. You know, we got 15, 16 episodes or more in. Time for a studio change. That's what it's all about. We got to fucking up our game. Always bringing it to you to the next level. Papa's still drinking that bare-face whiskey. Because it's fucking delicious. I've only been drinking it strictly for the pod. That's the pod whiskey. Till it's gone. Then we'll try something new. But for now, it's bareface. And it's... That's me breathing heavy because it gets me so fucking worked up. That's like what a bear would sound like after I wrestled it. Out of breath. Because I just fucked it up. No. You imagine me? The only way I would fuck up a bear is if I fucked the bear. And then the bear would be like, what the fuck is going on here, man? This ain't supposed to be happening. This ain't the way of the order of things. I'm like, bear, listen. Just shut up and take it. It's going to be magical. I'm a very sweet lover. We can do this one way, or we can do this the hard way. And it's already hard. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, not right there. But fuck, yeah. We're moving to a new studio. Really, what's happening is I'm moving. This place fucking sucks. I just love playing with my mic arm. I am in the most, how can I say this nicely without putting down my neighbors? I am in the most white trash area I've almost ever lived in. I need to get out. I can't be this close to people that just don't give a fuck about where they're headed in life. I need people with goals and aspirations, not people beating up their girlfriends in the middle of the night, sneaking into my garage in the middle of the night. While I'm in here, I have it like a little bit open. Smoke a little puff, 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 pass, and I have a little bit open. I've had people sneak under and be like, you can't do that. Don't do that to people. Don't do that to them. Especially if you don't know them that well. Don't do that. When it's open that little, that's not an international sign for come in. That's an international sign of I'm getting high as fuck up in here. You gotta realize your signs. It's okay. You get a license for reading signs. When you do that test, if you fail any of those signs, you fail. You just fail. And if you don't understand that the sign of the garage is only open a foot, that doesn't mean come in. If you come in, that's a fail. That's one of those signs that you're like, nope, you need to know it or it's a fail. At least know not what to do. It's not an invitation. If my garage is wide open and I'm in here going like this, swinging my arm in a come here fashion, that means come in. A foot open? Not. Doesn't mean come in. No, I know. You're probably thinking, well, that's stupid. It sounds like a full-on invitation to come on in. Like if anyone was going to get, confused or, in the wrong, I feel like it's you, Brian. What? Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have left it open. I could see how that could be confusing. That could definitely be confusing. Yeah, that's my bad. I guess. I'm sorry I even brought that up. I shouldn't have left it open 1 foot. And I could see how that could be misinterpreted as an invitation to come on into my garage and fuck with me. Yeah. Yeah, that's all on me. My bad. But, other examples of why this neighborhood was shitty before that one, because I guess that's not a good example, is I live in townhomes. And all the townhomes are connected all the way in a row. I feel like there's 40 in a row. And you get people just walking through your backyard because there's no fences. No. Some townhomes have fences for their backyards. No, I pay full top dollar. I pay a premium to not have a fence. I want my neighbor's yard as partly my yard, and we don't know where it starts and begins, and where just normal strangers can walk behind the entire 40 rows of townhomes, and we don't get to question why they're back there. That's fantastic. That's my favorite part about living here is all the new people you meet in your backyard. Yeah, when you have a nice fenced-in yard, you don't get that luxury of who's in my backyard today? Oh, the kid down the road that likes to steal things. Oh, he's in my backyard. Oh, perfect. I love it when he's back there and I can't say anything. This is a great place to live and grow your children. I grow my children. I plant them. I water them. I feed them. I give them sunlight. I grow my children. And this is a great place to grow them. It's a shame we're leaving, really. That same thief that comes through my backyard, he used to live, a few blocks or a few houses up, And since the houses are all connected, one could easily climb out the top floor window and just walk along all the roofs and get into any window. What? Yeah. Yeah, I said that. He can get out his window and come in any window in that line. Easily. Oh, so you're what basically I guess I'm complaining about is the ease of access of people coming to save my life in case of a fire. Yeah, I guess. Well, I didn't see it like that before. I'm sorry. Fuck. Talking to you guys, it allows me to see the error of my ways. I'm always so hard on people. And now I get it. Yeah? Yeah, I guess. Fuck. It's so much better for me to live like this. I don't even know why I'm moving. The other place has a basement. This one doesn't. Who builds a house without a basement? Oh, I'll tell you who. People that wanted to capitalize on the Fort McMurray fires and had half-built townhomes, and then were like, holy fuck, people are going to come down from Fort McMurray and need places to live. Build them as quick as possible. And that's the luxury of the place I live in now. A place where there's wires for cable run through all the walls, but none of them are pulled out. What? Yeah. Yeah, man. I have cable in all my rooms. But I don't. They're in the wall. They're not hooked up to anything. I have a wall with all the connectors come in. None of them are spliced. What? Yeah, man. It's unfinished. This is a piece of shit, and I'm glad to get the fuck out of here. Fuck this place. Fuck this place with a cactus. Bend it over. Spread its cheeks. No lube. And cactus it. Cactus fuck this place. I can't wait to get the fuck out of this place. We had neighbors that had dogs that they would just let loose, and since it's all backyard, it would come and attack our dog. And they would try to say it's our dog's fault. Well, your dog looks mean, so my dog wants to attack it because your dog looks mean. Oh, okay. You don't deserve to be on this earth, and you shouldn't have pets. I'm not a rules guy, normally. But there is certain rules that the human race needs to abide. One of them is just courtesy. Keep your dogs out of my fucking yard, and don't let your dog attack my dog and then blame my dog for it. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of polished up turd. Yeah. Oh, that felt good to get off my chest. That's a weight. This place fucking sucks. But guess what? New studio. It's going to have all new looks. We're going to have all new jokes. You know, we're going to keep this podcast moving. Bagged Milk is basically just watching me fumble around and try to make this work. This is a how to not make a podcast, how to stumble around, find your footing, and figure it all out as we go. This is basically my life, not podcasting, because this is all new to me. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but my life in general is just me fucking up all the time, and then I just figure it out from that. I don't I don't come in. A lot of people see me do a lot of things and they're good, okay? Like when you sometimes see me do things, they're good. It depends on when you see me do things, though. Like if you're watching this podcast right now, you're like, this ain't good. Well, it's fucking starting. Like I'm still making my mistakes. I don't know exactly what's going on, but we'll get there. That's my life. I'll make these mistakes and I'll fix them. I'll fix them up, and it's gonna be 100. Like I said, sometimes you'll come into my life and you're like, man, you do that shit well. And I'll be like, it didn't happen. I pretend like it was always like that. I brush it off, brush that shoulder off. But nothing I've ever done in life has come easy to me. Some things seem like they come easy to me, but nothing. Not one thing. Nothing. I've struggled. That sucks. I've struggled for everything I have, and I have nothing. So you know how much that sucks? To struggle to get everything you have, and yet you have nothing. But that's fine. I could be worse. So everything I've struggled to get and get forward and get now, I have. So when you see me do that good, I wasn't always good. I was never good at that. Nothing I'm good at was I ever gifted at. Nothing. Except for swearing. God love motherfucking Teresa. I can swear like the motherfucking best of them. We're at past 5 minutes. We can really get the fuck into her now. Woo! I can swear. But most things I can't. This is all practice. This is all big game Super Bowl practice. This is just me and you figuring it out. This is yeah, man. It's a jigsaw puzzle, and I'm sure there's pieces missing. And you know I hate a fucking puzzle. If you haven't listened to past episodes, fuck a puzzle. I put puzzles. It goes like this. It goes like this, okay? People that say all lives matter. Hitler. Puzzles. And then the Chinese. Other than that, man, that's my list of things I can't handle. Fuck. Puzzles are up there, as you can tell. They're amongst good company of things that are untolerated. Fuck a puzzle. But that's my life. It's an unfinished puzzle. We're just putting together the pieces together. That's it. And I love that your hands are in my hands, and we'll put them together and make it a band. Your hands will guide my pieces together. But seriously though, your hands, your soft, supple hands will help guide my pieces of this show. This will forever change the face of Earth. This bagged milk is going to bring about world peace. It could happen. You don't fucking know. Pfft, don't judge me. This is unheard of. What this is what's going on. We don't know. This could be world peace. I guess I should be a little less intolerant to the Chinese, but that's fine. The Chinese can take it. They're a tough breed. I love them. I have no hatred or ill will against anyone. Don't fucking get me wrong. I love everybody. I hate the Chinese government, but that has nothing to do with anything. The people are fine. I don't care. In fact, the most resilient of people, my favorite ethnic group, if I had to have a favorite ethnic group, it'd be the Filipinos. Man, they're the best. They're the most loving, carefree, jovial group of individuals I've ever seen in my life. And I have not seen a lot. But what I have seen, Filipinos are my favorite. When I first moved out to Alberta, I was living in the back of a truck. I had very little money. Hence me living in the back of the truck. I didn't come out here with tons of money and was like, you know what? You know what'd be fun, boys? We should live in the back of this truck. And they were all like, but we got tons of money. Yeah, but I know, but for the experience. No, that didn't happen. We had no money and had to live in the back of the truck. There was 4 of us who came out here together. Bunch of boys. Bunch of good old boys from PEI. I hate saying good old boys. It almost sounds racist. Bunch of boys from PEI came out here. And we struggled. And we struggled. And we had to live in the back of a truck. And that's okay. That's okay. It made for stronger peoples, I think. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. But I did good. I'm here now. We made it. And what else can we do, man? We're just making it out here. What? Oh. Yeah. Came out here with the 4 boys. And then now, I don't know, man, where they are. I think they all died. No, everyone's busy, man. You get fucking busy and it is the way it is. But Bag Milk will live on. Bag Milk. This is it, okay? I'm trying to find, okay? This is what I think. I gotta find more people like me. This is what's gonna push this show to the next level. Okay? So this is what I'm on the search for now. And I know this might scare some of you guys. Yeah, you'd be like, what? You're looking for a group of Brian Bridgeses? Kinda. But not really. But, you know what I mean? There's people out there that just, those are your people. And you know you can, that's how you feel and you belong. And that's your people. Okay? I don't have that many peoples like that. But I want more peoples like that. And that will allow me to be more me, I guess. That sounds like the stupidest thing. Now that I said that out loud, it sounds like the stupidest thing ever. But I'm still going to do it. That makes no sense. I'm going to repeat that in a different. Okay, someone's saying this back. So, someone's saying this back to me that just listened. So, what you're saying is you want to have a bunch of other people form your beliefs? Well, is that so bad? I don't know. Like you want the whole world to form your beliefs, don't you? If you just formed your own and was like, oh, that's it. That's my beliefs. And then you go out into the world and you realize, oh, I can't do half those things because that's wrong. I can't just go out fucking whoever I want because apparently not everyone wants to be fucked in the ass. You can't just do that. Oh, so you need to have some people around you form your beliefs. But my beliefs are loose. So I need to find people with loose beliefs that I can share them with and allow myself to grow. I want to be around funnier people, basically. So I need to find the gatekeepers. You know who the gatekeepers are? A lot of gatekeepers out there and everything. Everything. You're like, who's the gatekeeper for this? How come if you're struggling to get somewhere and you're like, how come I can't get in there? There's a gatekeeper. There's a gatekeeper for that. Fuck, there's women gatekeeping masculinity now. I've seen women posts. These are the stupidest posts ever. Literally. There's women out there posting. It's so sad. It's so sad. There's women out there posting, I will not fuck a guy. I will not date a guy that will get dessert on the first date. That's a feminine trait. Oh my God. That's a gatekeeper. They're trying to hold the gate of masculinity. I will not date a guy that takes naps. I've seen this. That's a feminine trait. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what a feminine trait is? Having a JJ, I think. And I'm probably get fucking crucified for that because it's not a feminine trait. It's blah, blah, blah. It's an anatomy, not a trait. Anatomy? Anatomy? That's not a word. I totally made that one up. Anatomy. Autonomy? Anatomy. Anatomy. That's the word Papa's looking for. Woo! Got it. Figured it out. I knew I would. But, fucking gassy today. Papa's gassy. I hope you're not hearing these. Whew. Just, this poor old couch is just feeling it today. Just getting pummeled. It's probably feels like it's in a boxing match. It's like, just getting pummeled up in there with my tutelage. My tutelage. It's like, toot toot. It's like a fucking locomotive train coming in there with a loose fucking tooter. Oh no, that's like Morse code. That's what my couch is feeling like right now. It's calling Morse code emergency. Get this fucking asshole off my face. That's my couch. Poor couch. Should I get a new couch? New studio? No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This couch is coming. This is a staple of bagged milk. If you have never watched bagged milk, watch it once. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, just so you're helping it all out. It's good that you're listening to the podcast. I see the podcast audience is growing. That's great. It's a fucking amazing feeling. When you see, I can see how many people listen consistently. I can see on YouTube who listens and who watches and how long. I can see you. But the podcast audience is growing. It's awesome. But the YouTube audience also is growing. And so if you're on the podcast audience, take a look at the visuals. The YouTube, they're not going to go down to just the podcast. It has to make some sense. It's way better. Take a look at the visuals. Just take a quick look, like a video every time, every now and again. That would be great. It would be super helpful. But take a look. We're fucking cranking them out. New studio. Couch is staying. Probably some new wallpaper. Maybe the decorations will change. But your boy will stay the same. That'll be good. That's the most important part. Studio will change. If you're listening to the podcast, it's not going to make any difference. Your boy stays the same. Stays the same. Go like this. Oh yeah. That's some good. That's some good kush. Kush. Blueberry kush. Do you know where the kush comes from? The kush. The kush comes from the Kush Mountains in India, actually. It's so funny because a lot of the marijuana comes from India, but I don't know. Like, anytime I've talked to West Indians, not indigenous. East Indians, not West Indians. Did I say West? Oh my God, Brian, you're stupid. You're a dumb piece of shit. East. They're East Indians. I guess they're also West Indians, depending on which way you take the plane, man. Because the Earth isn't flat. It's a globe. You can drive all the way around it. Do you know how I know the world isn't flat? 2 reasons. 2 reasons. This is super easy. Like, I don't care what evidence you think you have. I am about to disprove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Beyond a shadow. This is it. Like, as soon as you put this video on YouTube, all other flat earth videos will be taken down. Not by YouTube, by the owners themselves. Because if they see this, they're like, oh, fuck. I never really thought of that. Yeah. No, that checks out. The Earth isn't flat for 2 reasons. If it was flat, you would hear every single day of all the retards on TikTok dying, trying to take fucking videos and selfies off the edge of the world. Think about it. What? Yes. They would figure it out. This is 2020. This isn't 1908 when we could barely drive a vehicle. Like a car. A car was unheard of. They're like, no, that ain't happening. We ain't getting that far. Just use the horse, George. Fuck. The car only goes 2 miles an hour. Just use the horse. No. This is 2020. We can get anywhere fast. So, the edge of the world? Easily. Like, who are you kidding? Get off that dumb shit. 2. Now this is the most important, okay? This is the absolute anti-flat earth theory there is. It's simple. If you're not going to see all the kids out there TikToking, you will see something at the edge. What would it be? It's going to be all the cats. They have that inherent ability. You're going to see them all at the edge, just pushing things off. Pushing them. They'll take things with them, little mice and birds that they brought as gifts, and then push them off as tribute to the great heavens above. Those cat lords. How would you think there's a flat earth? That baggles me. It baggles me that anyone would think there's a flat earth. There's so many conspiracies out there that you just be like, maybe. I love those when you're just like, maybe, because there's no proof either way. But I will never fucking full on go one way and just like, that's it. Flat earth? Like the moon. Did we land on the moon? Probably. 100%? Don't know. Maybe. But flat earth? No. You're an idiot. Flat earthers even disproved himself. There's a documentary on Netflix. This is the greatest fucking documentary ever about flat earthers. Maybe it was called Flat Earthers. Don't know. Don't remember. But they had their peoples, They're fans, they're loyal groups. They bought this machine. Basically, it detected if it moved. You could leave it stationary, and if it moved, it would detect rotation. And they basically found out, okay, they say roughly the Earth revolves 360 degrees in 24 hours. Well, if that's the case, in 1 hour, 15 degrees. Simple math, 360 divided by 24, 15 degrees. So they put this machine out there. It cost like $20,000. They had their peoples buy it, right? So they put it out there. They put this machine out there. 1 hour later, what did you think they found? Did you think they found 0 degrees? Oh, well, if you did, you're an idiot. Because they found 15. Of course they did. The Earth moves. It's round. So they're like, oh, that can't be right. So they were like, oh, it must need to be put in a vacuum. And so they put it in a vacuum. Hour later, lo and behold, 15 degrees. Oh, well, that can't be right. They said specifically, what we need to do as scientists here is start at the 0 we want. 0. And then work backwards in order to get those results. And then it goes to scientists, and they're like, that's not how you do science. No, you don't. You can't start with your answer and work backwards. You just go into it, and then you give your answer. Whatever it is. You can have a theory, a hypothesis, if you will. That's how science goes. And then you do your research, and then you give your answer. Sometimes the answer doesn't agree with your hypothesis, and you're like, oh, let's start over. But you can't start with your answer and work backwards to your hypothesis. You can't be like, okay, Earth is flat. How can we make this machine prove that? You're so fucking dumb, flat earthers. So dumb. Think about it. All the conspiracies, this is the least likely one. Come on. But I'm moving. New studio. You know what I'm going to fucking love about moving? New studio. But what I've missed in this last year is I can't take my Jeep hardtop off. I got no place to put it. Studio takes up all the space, and I would never trade that for the sexual thrill of having my hardtop off. Because it is a sexual thrill. I get hard every time I ride with that hardtop off. Hardtop off, dick goes up. That's the way it goes. Simple as that. Well, as long as the doors are off. Hardtop goes, doors come off. Hardtop goes up, dick goes up. Simple as that. When the hardtop goes up, doors come off, dick goes up. Simple as that. And I haven't been able to do that here because I got no place to put it. I got the soft top sitting right over there. No place to put my hard top. It's too full. I got no basement. To store my junk like you regular folk. I'm like poor now or something. I feel poor. I've always been poor. I grew up poor, and I'll die poor. As long as I die happy, it don't matter. The money's regardless. This podcast makes no money. I do it for the fun. It's fucking fantastic. Hopefully people find it fun. Hopefully people will come on. Well, this chair over here, right here, if you can't see this podcast, if you're listening, we're on a couch. There's another section over here. Someone can take this position. I'm all for it. I just don't feel like I'm ready for it. Like I did it once. I did fantastic a couple times. But I feel like we're just growing. We're just growing. We don't need someone over there. But if someone presents itself that it's, it fits in with bagged milk, we'll bring them in. We'll bring them in. Don't you worry about that. Uh-oh. Are we out of flamage? Never. There's always a lighter nearby. Don't you worry about that, Bubba Bear. We're all Papa Bears up in here. We're all Papa Bears. Don't think I call Papa. But, well, you can be Papas. It's okay. We all Papas. Or Mamas. But you can be a Papa. It don't matter. Bareface whiskey. Fuck yeah. It smells so good. You know what I miss? Times like these. Times like these hard times. I miss being in a small town. Small towns are a little different than these big city living. You can get through things easier. That's what I've realized. I've gotten away with a lot of shit in a small town. Maybe it's just me and my fucking dumb white privilege. I didn't know anything about it. I do now a little bit. Growing as a person, but it is what it is. Small town, get away with a lot of shit. I miss being in a small town where drinking and driving wasn't that big of a deal. They're just a tougher crowd. Like, I remember growing up, and okay, maybe I had a little tougher than you did, and that's fine. You didn't have it tougher. Good for you. But as I said before, I make sure I make mistakes at every step along the way, so I know what not to do, and I will teach you. This is the self-help book that you've been looking for. This is the podcast. This is the self-help podcast. Don't do what I do, and you'll be a better person. Do what I do, and Lord help you. But in my day, drinking and driving wasn't that big of a deal. It's just controversial. It's not that it wasn't a big deal. It's just that when everybody did it, it wasn't a big deal. Okay? Now, you just assumed that everybody on the road was drunk, especially on Sundays. Okay? Sundays, we didn't have liquor sales. So what do you think we had? You thought? Did you thought that we just stopped drinking? Oh no. No. This is what I'm talking about. See, you're a little softer. No. Just because liquor sales weren't legal on Sunday because it's the Lord's Day, did we stop drinking? No, the Lord drank. So Islanders made sure we drank enough for all the years he's missed out on Sunday. Yeah. So they bootlegged. It was government. It's almost still government run. So liquor stores close at 10 and no liquor sales on Sunday. We have liquor sales on Sundays now on PEI, but never used to. So bootleggers were still prevalent in the 90s and 2000s. They probably still are. I just don't know them anymore. But back in my day, it was fine. I don't know about fine. I shouldn't be encouraging, but it's just a different time. It's a timepiece. This is a timepiece segment. Okay? Don't be crucifying Papa for timepiece segments. Just a different time. Just a little piece of what cultivated Papa. Okay? So this is what it used to be on Sundays. Sundays used to be just beautiful. It was a nice quiet Sunday, just like any other. 10 a.m. Waking up late. It's Saturday. Up all night watching movies, playing Super Nintendo. But now I'm getting woken up by like Dad or something. He's like, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go where? I'm 16. We gotta go to Bootleggers. Oh yeah, it's Sunday. It's okay. I get it. So we get up and we gotta go to the Bootleggers. This is the way it goes. This wasn't always the way it goes. It's just when someone needed to drive. Dad was a very popular man. So if Dad didn't need to drive, other folks might have. Lots of people were around. It's a small town. Everyone knows everyone. So, it's time to go to Bootleggers. Okay, let's load up the vehicle. So we get the boys in. It's not just Dad. It's the boys. So we're driving. We gets to the Bootlegger. And we're having a time. And you sit there and you drink. I don't know if you've ever been to a Bootlegger. Have you ever? Well, this is an experience for you. We get to the Bootlegger. And you sit. You enjoy. You pour drinks. It's like being at a bar with your friend. Except he's charging you for the drinks. You pour beers, you fucking pour drinks, you want whiskeys and cokes, you want whatever. It's cost. It's cheaper than the bar. It's better than the bar. It's just fucking, it's like family. But this is the way it was in the 90s. You can't sit, Ubu, sit. You can't sit still too long. So, we have our drinks, and we go to the next Bootlegger. Oh, you thought there was only one Bootlegger in a small town? No, they're all Bootleggers. This is a small town. Everyone loves to drink. What do you think? We just shut down? No. So there's Bootleggers everywhere. There's more than one. Even in a small town. So we'd go to the next Bootlegger and sit and drink. And the next Bootlegger and the next. And I think you can see the story. And even though I'm driving, 16 years old, they made sure, I was paid. Paid in drinks. What? What? Yeah, paid in drinks. It's okay. It's the 90s. This is a timepiece. Okay? So, it used to be, it still is, let's be honest. I just don't hear about it as much because I don't participate in these activities anymore. But just a little, this is a timepiece, little section of my life. Don't crucify a guy for what he used to do. It used to be, still is, whoever's the least drunk drove. So, we would go from Bootlegger to Bootlegger. All the boys be getting drunker and drunker and drunker. But your boy also, they made sure, because it's the courteous thing to do, is to buy your DD drinks at the Bootleggers. Isn't this the most stupid thing you've ever heard? It was considered rude if you didn't buy your DD a drink at the bootleggers. This is how backwoods this is. You're still a DD if you're drunk. You just have to be the least drunk. Yeah, it's fine. No, it's all good. You just be the least drunk, and you're still classified DD. The good old days. I sometimes miss that. Not the fact that I want to drink and drive. I just miss those people. Those are my people. Those people that I can tell that story to and not get a cringe out of. Those are my people that have had some wounds, some dents. You know what I'm saying? If you have never had a dent, then I don't know, man. Sucks to be you. You're going to get one, and you're not going to know what to do with it. But when you're full of dents, one more is nothing. Know what I mean? Nothing. But when you have a brand new vehicle and it gets a dent, that's the fucking worst. That first one stings. I don't remember my first dent. You guys might, and that sucks. But I don't. I just miss being around a little tougher crowd. I feel like in the city, and just maybe it's the day and age. The podcast world, I feel like they're missing out on the point as well. Like, I get the progressive. I'm all for it. Just because I have dents doesn't mean I don't want them removed. Know what I mean? But I mean, we should still have the conversations of the things that cause the dents. It's okay. It's fine. Let's have fun. Like, I remember drinking back in the day. If you couldn't drink and drive, and these guys love to drink and drive. I don't know why. Okay? Don't crucify me for people that used to drink and drive or whatever or enjoyed it. Yeah, they could have killed people, I'm sure. But there's a level. Like, let's be honest. There's a level, and if you can't find it, that's on you. But seriously, don't drive drunk. I don't know what your level is. And if you can't find it, you probably shouldn't be out there hypothesizing about what your level is. You don't know it. But when you grow up knowing it, it's a different story. Okay? So, back in the day, I would watch these gentlemen. I was growing up in it. I couldn't imagine what their world was like when they were kids. So I just grew up in what it was. So these guys loved to drink and drive so bad. I didn't. I wasn't one of these guys that craved it. But these gentlemen did. They did. And they probably still do because that's what they grew up on. They grew up drinking and driving. They're not blacked out fucking drinking and driving, but they're drinking and driving. Let's be honest. They're out there. They're doing it. But these gentlemen, they sometimes would play it safe, where they would know, or being it's a small town, lot of less income, lot of less income. They might not have enough gas to drive around. $5 get you a long way, but if $5 or a Mickey, you're getting a Mickey. So they'd sit in the fucking car. They would literally, sometimes not even sit in the house. I've seen them. I'm not lying. I swear. They would sit in the car and they would drink. I would drink with them. I'm a kid. Sometimes I come out and hang because I just want to hang. And then they sit and they drink and they face one direction in the car. And then just because they get that itch to go driving, but they don't have enough gas, they just start it up. They pull it back and they turn it from north to east and they shut it off. And that's it. Good enough. New scenery. We're good for another half hour, 45 minutes to an hour. That's how important drinking and driving is to that culture. Culture. You see what I did? Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't call it that for love of fuck. Someone will be mad at that. Someone will be mad at that. That's okay. It's just a story. Just a story. A little piece. A little piece. A little time piece of what you're fucking dealing with. This is what I had to deal with. So, enjoy it. It's okay. I learn. Learn from my mistakes. I don't go drinking and driving at any level, pretty much. Pretty much. I know. Yeah. It's not a good thing. But I miss those peoples. I need to find more of those peoples and put them in my life. I need to find a tougher crowd, but enjoys laughter. I need to find a tough crowd of comedians is what I need. I don't need some soft-ass bitches. And all they preach about is the progressive. I'm all for the progressive. I'm a progressive son of a bitch. Which is funny because I'm stuck in the fucking 90s. But I'm still progressive. I've never once said I wasn't. I'm like a right-wing socialist. Don't even get into it. But I'm progressive. I'm a good fuck. Wow. Not like that. I'm a good guy. I can get it. But I just, for this and what I enjoy to talk about, I need a tougher crowd. And that's what I'm on the hunt for. I built that up. I take those people. If I can find some of those people, I'm pulling them in. Come with me. We're going on a journey. I got a few. I'll pull them in tight. And they're not going anywhere. Because we're all going to learn from each other. Like a small little fucking tribe of people. We're all going to learn. And we're going to be better. It's going to be great. I can't wait. It's going to make for a better podcast. I hope. I reached out to a gentleman this week. He's a comedian. Never talked to him. I wanted to talk to him one night. Never got a chance. Chickened out like a fucking puss bag. I chickened out. I went there with almost full intention and tried to talk to someone to see who's. That's what we were talking about before. Bam! Way back. Gatekeepers. Holy fuck. That's like a 45-minute fucking tag. Jesus fuck. Gatekeepers. Maybe this guy's the gatekeeper of fucking comedy for me. I have no idea how to get into comedy or anything like that. I am so small town. I am nothing. I have no idea the ways of the big town people and their industries and their jobs. I'm just talking. I'm just spitting nonsense. Is it funny? I hope so. Is it informative? Fuck. That's subjective. But all in all, hopefully it's entertaining and hopefully each and every episode gets better for you. Even if they get worse, if my ramblings just go into a deep nonsensical, it's nonsensical a word? It is now. Even if they go into a deep nonsensical rant, hopefully you can laugh at them. Be like, this motherfucker's off his chain. I gotta see what he's doing next week just to see what the fuck if he's gonna go deeper. If he's gonna commit to this fucking nonsensical. Oh, I'm gonna commit. Don't you worry. I'm gonna commit so hard. We'll figure it out. Because I'm gonna talk to some peoples, and we're gonna get my group of peoples together. I'm gonna hug them in tight. I'm gonna find them, and we're gonna get a village. We're gonna get a village. We're gonna move forward. You know who needs to move forward? Oh my fucking God. I don't even understand. Southern states. Okay, simple. Okay, I'm going to talk about one part, and then I got to talk about other things that are similar. Same thing, but right away, Southern states, Confederate states that have Confederate statues. They're pulling down the Confederate statues, and some people are losing their minds. Okay, listen. Those statues are traitors to your state. If we had people in Canada with statues that tried to take over Canada, would we want to keep them? No, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Like, they're literally holding on to the statues of people that tried to take over the states and to keep slavery. Like, their leader stated it. Like, I read the book Killing Lincoln, and it went into detail of how the leaders, the Confederates, it was almost all over slavery. They wanted to be able to have those states and keep those people and be able to build their wealth. They were getting very, very wealthy off these blacks. Very wealthy. Free labor. You can do a lot. It's not free. They paid. They paid initially the price. I don't want to be misquoted. Like, it wasn't free. No. They paid for those slaves for sure. They just didn't, and they fed them. Not well, but they fed them. It wasn't free. No. They said some of the worst things a master could do to a slave was actually be nice to him, because then it convinced the slave that this was actually the way it could work. This was the best opportunity for them. Get rid of that shit. Get rid of the statues. Get rid of the flag. It all means one thing. You know, I didn't understand the flag before. I was like, oh, I thought honestly it was linked to a certain state. I'm like, whatever. It used to be a flag. No big deal. And it's not like, I don't want it to be getting rid of. Like, you don't want to abolish the fact that it was ever in history. Don't delete it off Google. But it needs to go now. And then you just keep the record of its history. That it meant slavery. It meant the empowerment of slavery. It didn't mean the fucking Dukes of Hazzard boys. You know, it didn't mean good old times. It meant like the 10-year, whatever it was, of Confederacy that they tried to join together and tried to move forward to take over the entire states. That's what that flag means. Like, you're either running that flag or you're running the American flag. And for Canadians to be like, oh, I love this flag. Be like, okay, it's a pretty cool looking flag. I'll get it. Stars and X, a fucking blah, blah, blah. Red, it's bright. It looks pretty cool. It means like hillbilly and redneck and sticking up for the good old country times. And I fucking get it, but really, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that at all. It means something a lot worse. And if you can't give that up just because you feel like, well, it's my right to have this fucking flag up. Well, it is, but it's also your right to be called a racist then. Like, those two things are very tied. If you had a swastika flag in the back of your fucking truck, there would be no question. People would be like, well, he's a racist. That's simple, right? And you, as a fucking Confed flag owner, can probably say the same thing. Like, you could be like, oh, yeah, that guy's definitely a racist. Not me with my Confed flag, but that guy, definitely a racist. He's got his fucking swastika. Okay, cool. Well, it's the same. It is absolutely no different. It's those people tried to take over the country with their crazy fucking ideology. Ideology. Yeah, you get it. And that's what the Confed flag is. It's the same fucking thing. Those people want to take over with their ideology. That's it. And so the statues gotta come down. That's fucked. Have you seen some of these fucking statues? One of them looks like it was crafted by children. It's that should have came down long ago. That should never even been put up. Like, have you seen good statues? They've been around a long time. Monuments of people. They were good. This is not good. They need to come down. Get over it. Stop. It's pretty obvious. The Confed flag is now the swastika. Like, it means the same shit. I don't understand how you don't. Like I said, it's cool. Good old boys. The fucking Duke fucks a hazard. Duke fucks a hazard. You want it to be country. That's what you want it to be. But it ain't. You want it to be fucking ricks and sticks and stones and banjos in the woods and fucking your sister, but it ain't just that. It's more. And that's why you can't. That's why you can't have it. It's pretty simple. If you do have it as a history piece, as my timepieces, I have timepieces too. Just don't flaunt it. Don't. Just keep it in your museum. You can tell people, I collect Confed pieces. What a fucking crazy time. You can collect guns, but don't collect only that side. That seems a little weird. There was guns on the north. They had flags on the north. They had different times. Collect all. Civil War. Sure. You can be a Civil War buff. You collect one side, though, you look like a little fucking crazy. Look a little crazy. A little racist, maybe. It's hard. You don't want to call anyone a racist. Everyone, you want to give everyone benefit of the doubt. Everyone. Right down to their core. I've heard some bad jokes. I've heard some bad comments. But still, you just be like, no, when chips are down, I would hope that everyone would save everyone's life. And I know that isn't like that. If there was a person in front of me and I knew he's down and out and he was on his last breath and there was something I could do to save him, no matter what color, creed, nationality, tribe, sex, binary, non, unicorn, leprechaun, redhead, whatever, I will save him or her or them or they. unless they're Chinese. No, just joking. I will say whatever. Like, but I understand that there's some people out there that wouldn't. And that's what bothers me. If you're set in a room with one person and you had no idea what that person was. I had no idea if you just walked into a room and seen a person laying out there dying. And there's a thing beside them and said, just give them this and they'll live. And they were a different color or creed or had one less penis or chromosome or whatever or a horn growing out of their head. I can't see why you wouldn't give it to them. Like, for me. But there's people out there that wouldn't. That baffles me. Just because they might be different. Why? I get everyone's been hurt. I had a cousin that was stabbed in jail by a black person. He was stabbed in jail and he got an I hate N-word tattoo. He doesn't hate black people. He hated that one. And in the moment, he got a stupid tattoo. And he knows that. People change. There's extreme situations. There's bad people. And I get being in a bad fucking shitty spot. And I don't know, man. It's fucked. But don't hate everyone because of one person or a few people's actions. You might be in a shitty spot where there's a bunch of shitty people and you're like, I hate those shitty people and all the shitty people, but they're not all like that. There's no one race of fucking people that's shitty. And this is coming from a guy that knows two. I know two races of people. So, this is fucking CBC Global. You're going to get all your important shit here. So make sure you fucking listen in. This is it. This is the best informational show. That's a fucking word, right? Informational? Is it a word? It doesn't sound like it. It is now. This is the best informational show there is. And I think that's where we'll end it. You can't top that. This is the best informational show there is. And because of that, I want you to make sure. Fucking make sure. I'm asking you every week, and I'm going to ask every week until you do. Make sure, whatever you're listening to, like, share, subscribe. At the very least, like. That's so easy. No one has to know you like this dirty shit. Just like it. It's okay. Go to YouTube, hit the like, make sure. You're listening on podcast, go in, search Bag Milk Podcast. Scroll all the way to the bottom. That's where you hit the review. You can just click 5-star. If you don't want to leave a review, that's fine. But if you do, take 2 seconds, boom, leave a review, that much better. Helps us out. You're one of my peoples now. You're in the group. You're one of those people that I keep tight. You're one of those people I keep in close. And you're coming with me. Thank you. If you're on the YouTube, go to YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the little bell beside the subscribe button. It'll hit all notifications. That's the one you want. You don't want default. You don't want none of the notifications. You want all of the notifications because you want to know when Bag Milk's coming out. You want to know. It is currently always Wednesdays, but it might change to later because I might start breaking shit up. I might have to do some more editing. We might put little smaller clips out for you to enjoy. So just to attract more listeners, we're going to bait them in. That's how we're going to do. I'm a masturbator, and I'm going to bait them in. That's what I'm going to do. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to figure it out as we're going to go. Go. Like everything. Figure it out. You know where you're at. You know what you're listening to. You know your platform. Figure it out. Search Bag Milk. Like it, subscribe it, listen to it. Love you. All right. Until next week, guys. I'm out.